Matapos talunin ni Juan Manuel Dinamita Marquez ang Thai boxer na si Third Sakjanding, nakasa si Marquez sa Pinoy boxer na si Jim Rex Haka na nooy may impresibong ring record na 27 panalo at meron lamang 2 talo. Hinangaan ng Pinoy na si Jim Rex sa unang laban nito sa Amerika nang patumbahin ang kalabang Meksikano sa round 1. May tapang at laban kung laban din ang boksingerong si Jim Rex pag siya ay nasa boxing ring na. Nakataya sa laban ang interim WBO World Featherweight title ni Dinamita Marquez. Sa round 1 pa lang, ipinakita ng Pinoy na si Jim Rex na handa siya makipagsabayan kay Juan Manuel Dinamita Marquez.
In the traditional Mexican colors, southpaw, Marquez says he's got to go up against a conventional fighter, and there you see Marquez land right.
Marquez is fighting a lot more aggressive than Hernandez and punching with a lot more authority. He seems to be very determined to be impressive.
He lost a decision that
Manny, earlier friend, he even acknowledges, I never heard him say something like that.
Yeah, and he's got caught with a beautiful straight left right there by Haka.
Haka doing work to the body, but Marquez spins him around, and that...
This could turn out to be a much more exciting fight than we all expected.
It was a left hook from Marquez.
Haka trading blows.
Marquez, it means we have a good, exciting fight on our hands.
Marquez doubles up with the left hand, and
as Pacquiao does.
Rounder between Juan Manuel Marquez and Jim Rex Haka.
Jim Rex is trying to land almost a second.
18 out of 54. Haka 18 out of...
Defense, you saw it there, straight right hand. Excellent uppercut, left hook.
And there you see how Harold Letterman scored the first round, and he gave it to the young... This fight was supposed to take place.
I think that it was Marquez who did some of the hurting in that round, although...
He got rocked. Seems to be steady on his feet now.
Marquez is a wee tad slower than he normally is, I think, because he's trying to fight for power. Because he himself got caught with a right hook, even though he might have been off.
You know, going into this fight, it doesn't seem like this is the kind of fighter that would prepare you for Manny Pacquiao. And yet...
Marquez unloads. And there you see what Marquez does so well. He leaned back and he counterpunched with his left.
Him also sometimes when he comes in. By simply moving back, because I thought he would be moving around, just taking a little step back sometimes.
If Marquez can make adjustments and start to pull away.
Marquez
himself, instead of throwing punches and just staying there, back just enough, like he does right there.
Nice wide left hook shook Haka.
Manny, I've heard you describe Marquez throughout his career has reminded me of that. It's still early in the fight. Generally, he starts rounds go on.
I don't know if he's going to be that effective. This guy seems to have his number.
That punch was...
Yeah.
It was blocked, but there was some pepper coming off that from Marquez.
A little bit more in this round than he was earlier.
Yeah, but one thing we know that once Haka slows down at all, Marquez is going to step it up and take it to another level.
See Marquez applying a little more.
A little bit of the speed that he says he has left. Starting to settle into the fight now. Haka unloads an uppercut. Haka's punch output slows down just a little bit. Marquez trying to see Jim Rex Haka.
Okay, Fred. 2 rounds to 1. Jim Rex Haka. That first round was really surprised at the style of Jim Rex Haka. I mean, this is 2 guys standing.
It's not uncommon for Marquez to start slowly. It is uncommon to see him fight with this kind of passion. He seems to be not only fighting aggressively, but like he really is trying to take this guy's head off.
Both fighters now in 4th round. If he hadn't in previous fights, he maybe then would have gotten the fights that he wanted to have. Following a long career where he
Haka doesn't have the punching power, Marquez, but he's fighting a very good fight and thus winning the round.
Southpaws, Manny. Guys are on guard for that straight left hand. Marquez seems to be caught with that straight left hand a little more than you'd anticipate.
Yeah. Punches with a lot more speed and power than the Haka.
Still, he is fighting a southpaw with a good straight left hand, and that's put him in kind of the, he's active against a guy like that. Might that not be an advantage against Pacquiao in a rematch?
But what I'm just what's
And you saw man with that cut under control over Haka's. Emmanuel Stewart and Max Kellerman. And this was supposed to be a rebirth here for Juan Manuel Marquez. Maybe there by Marquez. Haka, he wanted to make sure everything was all good. Marquez wouldn't touch gloves. And now there's a cut.
Bad cut. When you get two heads bumped together, that's what happens when two skulls crash. The flesh in between gets busted. Very bad cut.
I'll tell you what, if Harold's scorecard's right, that puts Marquez in some trouble.
And Marquez, you can tell, sensing he doesn't want the fight going to work here in the 5th round. Fight that we know of with Haka, where headbutts have been an issue.
Except for the Pacquiao fight, vulnerable. And it's that kind of invulnerability that has made him hittable than, say, Barrera, who seemed more human through the years.
Blood now.
Come back from a bad cut over his eye, down perhaps on points.
Now see what happens.
To beat a guy, that will go a long way towards making him a more popular fighter.
Marquez shot a big volley trying to, get even after getting cut. And now that he's trying to take a little break, Haka's trying to take control again.
Blood streaming down the right side of Marquez's face. 15 of 43, Haka 12 of 40. Nice right hand, Marquez.
Sometimes when fighters aren't sure win against a top guy, he drew with Pacquiao. He lost to Freddie Norwood, controversially. Rock in his portfolio, and I think raises his profile among the top fighters in this weight class since the cut.
And he's, to me, landed more punches in the fight. Unawed about this pro-Mexican crowd, when particularly they're excited about what happened with Pacquiao in the Mexican last week.
Pockets.
Good right hand. Good right hand.
Marquez landing flush upstairs on Jim Rex Haka.
Very determined fighter. Now, I like when Marquez won too, and Haka was getting out of the whistle, shooting a right hand lead off to the more effective. There it is again, by shooting the timing.
The blood streaming down on the right side of Marquez's face. You see him wiping it off. In between, firing big shots. Fellas, safe to say, not what we expected.
Right hand, and he's winning these rounds. But I want to say something. You were right about we go to the score. I say this: if the fight is stopped in the middle of the round, you score the partial round. So therefore, partial round. 4-2, Marquez.
Marquez catches Haka.
And that's the only reason he hasn't been knocked out, because Marquez is truly the case, I believe. I think he gets hit a little bit more than he used to, but he's fighting a lot more too.
Oh, nice uppercut by Marquez, and then he does a nice job of stepping. And Juan Manuel to the Philippines. He wants to build a house. He has a wife.
You can build a couple in the Philippines with fighting a spirited, inspired kind of fight.
He says he has no other hobbies.
In a fight I actually thought he won. Many people did. He didn't lose to Pacquiao. He drew.
Lawrence Cole letting us know it's a second accidental headbutt. And you can see once again, Marquez wants to take matters into his own hands. Standing right there with him, going toe-to-toe.
But Haka came right to him and netted punch for punch.
What an exchange! What a great...
Haka's going right to him. He's not taking it easy. Both guys are meeting each other head on.
Blood Marquez's face in a furious exchange with a determined...
And that's it. Marquez still could win the fight, possibly.
He's not trying to...
Blood now covering the right side of his face. Lawrence Cole telling Marquez he was ahead on the scorecard.
Definitely on it. Very seldom. I don't recall ever hearing that.
It sounds as though he's implying if
The rest of the fight, even if there's no cut involved, just on points, which is what.
And then, guys, a point that was just brought to my attention from the truck.
Always the boxing guy in his life, for he and his brother Raw. Raphael.
Haka now trying to do some work against the ropes, and he comes back. Oh, big left hook by Marquez. He doubled up, and it floors Haka.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Surprised.
I don't think Haka knows where he is quite.
No, he probably didn't see the punch. But it seemed like he was aware, but totally confused.
That's his Sunday punch, man. He the left hook when he catch.
By way of knockout and still WBO interim featherweight champion of the world, Juan Manuel Marquez.
Pagkatapos mabigo sa labang kontra kay Dinamita Marquez, hindi na muling napalaban pa sa Amerika si Haka. Huli siyang lumaban sa boxing noong 2015 kontra sa Meksikanong si Pablo Lugo Montiel na ginanap sa Dubai. So yan lamang po ang gusto kong i-share sa inyo ngayong araw sa mga kaibigan at kababayan natin sa Pinas, mga boxing fans at mga tulad kong OFW saan man panig sa mundo. Kumusta po kayong lahat dyan? Kung nagustuhan nyo po itong aking video, pakilike at kung po pwede rin po, mag-subscribe na rin po kayo. Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood. Shout out kay Mr. Daniel Joseph Dancel ng Morong Bataan, Omar Lisba, Riley Banta, Alfonso Cortado ng USA, Manuel Talavera ng Hermosa Bataan, Manuel Velasco, Genesis Bagongon at kay Mr. Bryce Rosen. Maraming salamat po sa pagsuporta nyo sa aking channel.